Jees, and this is 22nd of April 2020. It's a Wednesday, and I'm reporting at 9:30 p.m. CST. Right, was a very comparable day with the rest of the day. A lot of more testing, a lot of more cases. Number of deaths overall has gone up, but in many of the countries it has gone down. But there are like small, many other countries which are adding up to the death toll a lot. So we'll go on to all these numbers very detailed, but before that update from my side, I have been doing pretty good. Not having socially contacting with anybody else. Most of the conversation or meetings are through Skype or some other software similar to it. Finding it pretty useful. Internet is kind of finicky. Most of the time it is not very reliable, but I think it is for the time being. I think I'm able to carry out things in a very particular way which I should be carrying out, so it should be all right at the moment. But I think we need to have better infrastructure set up from coming months in order to see what's the actual way in which we can have our work environment set up so that it's more efficient and workflow is much more smoother, where I should not have any confusion per se. So basically I'm doing very good, very healthy. My friends are doing great. They are also talking to their home, and most of them are isolating themselves at home. Most of the time they are trying to get some work done. Second, we have got some stuff from Indian store, which was really a place we did not have access to so far. So we just went there and got a whole bunch of stuff by my roommates, and that was like really cool. So basically that is one of the basic good and great thing that has happened today, so that it will help us to stay for long in course of not going to the Indian store in particular, because most of the stuff from these places are not perishable, and most of the stuff lasts longer than we need to have them in store. So that's from my updates about my friends. My parents are doing great in India. India is under lockdown. We are seeing an increase in the number, even though we have lockdown. We have to see how it is trying to handle the situation in coming days, and with a more futuristic view. So that is a very important thing that we should focus. So my parents are doing great. They are sitting at home, so most of the time they are getting bored. They're using YouTube and all that, but I think it's like there's a limit by which people can undertake all this YouTube business and all that. Sometimes they get bored pretty much. And my brothers and kids are doing great. They are socializing from everybody else, so they are sitting at home working, and then evening the children get to play some time, and basically they are trying to have a regular homeschooling kind of business and also work from home environment set up. So that's great. So that is the main update that we have. I'll go to the numbers really quickly. So the numbers as follows: total number of cases, total reported cases crosses 2.6 million cases. 79,000, close to 80,000 people were tested positive today. That number is going up once again. Total death has gone up to 184,224 people have lost their lives. 6,607 people lost their life today. Really big numbers. We are seeing that number has gone up or gone down from yesterday. That's like the only consolation that we have. These numbers are really huge. Total recovered is 717,000. Total active is 1.73 million cases. Total critical care people are 56,686. I think this number is going down from what we have yesterday. So that means that we have a couple of recoveries. Some of them may not be a complete recovery, but I think these numbers are going down. So this is a good sign. But the total number of reports are going up. That is really good in one day, because you can earlier you can identify and isolate these human beings. It will be good for the overall community in order to check the spread of this disease. Cases by country, I think this is much better. So United States has 848,000 total cases. 29,000 people listed positive today. That is close to 30,000. That has gone up. That is good in a way, because more testing means more number of people getting identified, isolated so far. So in the United States we have million plus tests or that are being done. 848 and 717 people were tested positive, so that roughly good fraction of it turned out to be not problematic, not infected. It's like close to 15% or so. Spain, 208,000, 4,211 people were tested positive today. That number is going up. Italy, 187,000, 3,370. This number is going up. So you really see that even if these diseases are contained at one point, if they have met the plateau, it is really hard to come down from the plateau in order to a normal lifestyle. You can see how Spain and Italy is struggling in order to keep these numbers at the bay, and really trying hard to get these numbers down. So that's like really the effect of where we are plateauing. Even for the United States, you can see that it is plateauing, but coming down the valley is extremely hard. That's what we are seeing, at least from whatever data we have. Yes, and France, 159,000, 1,800 people tested positive today. That number is going down. That the France, we all have always said this number is always conclusive, but again we are reporting it because we get, at least in 2 days, we get a trend of what's going on. Germany, 150,000, 2,100 and more people were tested positive today. So in Asia, Turkey is one of the countries that we have to look up to. I mean, these countries have a look forward because I think Turkey has a large number of reporting, but very surprisingly, the second country in Asia that has most reported cases, according to the website, is India. Even though India is under tremendous lockdown, we do not know what is happening. Then the disease is spreading. There are very low rates of testing in India. When I say very low, I would expect it to be far more better. That's why I keep saying it is very low. It should be ramped up pretty fast in order to contain and isolate this disease if they want to. Just by lockdown, it is not working as much as we need. These numbers are rising to be second largest reporting cases in Asia. That's like really alarming. In South America, it is Brazil, and in Africa, it is Turkey. Africa is Egypt. So these are the countries that we are very much scared of what's going to happen next. Coming towards the death by country, it's a really alarming rate once again. United States has 47,659 people lost their life to COVID. 2,341 people lost their life today. 25,085. Italy has 25,085 people who lost their life to COVID, and 437 people lost their life today. That number is going down again. Spain, 21,717. 435. That literally has not changed. France, 21,340. 544 and no change. UK, 18,100. 763 people lost their lives to COVID today. I think that number has gone down. That's really nice. So again, in the death also, we can seeing out these are the deaths increase means that there's a stress on the healthcare systems, and roughly these are the countries that we have to look carefully in order to see how they are going in whichever turn they are taking. One of the countries is Turkey in Asia, Brazil in South America, and Algeria in Africa. So these countries has to be watched out with much more careful notion. We have to see what is going on. So apart from these numbers, some of the governors are planning to open up their cities. We have to see how it is coming out to be in coming days. In another way, there is more than $8 trillion has been pumped out into the economy from various countries. France, Spain, United States, and all these countries has includes a lot of money in order to revive the economy, to help feed the people who are struggling. That is a lot of stimulus is coming out, but we really want this workforce to be really be able to return to their work and then start their daily activities. But the only way to do that is to have some sort of medical intervention coming through, either through vaccine or through medicine. So there are multiple trials going on. UK has started a 5,000 people randomized trial for a vaccine. I think if it comes out to be true, the result is going to be by the end of December, which they are expecting, which is far out in the woods. But I think that is a really promising results that we have. And many of the other vaccines are being tested throughout the globe. And then in the United States, there are medicines which are undergoing the medical trial, which are already FDA approved. They are hinging on that fact so that they don't have to get the approval from the FDA. They can really get through if it really works for the patients. Blood plasma is also going on actively in research. So some of these active research activities are going on, so that they are all great. We hope to see a better tomorrow. Let's see what will happen on 23rd of April 2020. So see you tomorrow.